Good afternoon, Belize. It's midday, and you're tuned into the news at noon, where we bring you the latest updates from around the country. I'm Misana Cayetano. Here's what's making headlines today. Guyanese president addresses Belize parliament during state visit. BTL Smart merger wins political support, but who really benefits? Motorcycle tow truck collide near mile 11 on the Philip Goldson Highway. A police officer dies in motorcycle crash, and the driver is to be charged. And St. Martin's de Porres launches first marching band. These stories are coming up in just 1 minute.
I'm Brittany, one of the newest faces around here. My stories are heartfelt and bring a fresh perspective. On the job, there is no challenge too great. Flooded highways, raging fires, or asking tough questions. My determination and willingness to connect with people help to deliver stories that put you, our viewers, at the forefront of issues. My motto? Accurate, timely, and relevant. I am News 5.
Welcome back. This morning, all eyes are on Belmopan, where the National Assembly is hosting a joint special sitting featuring a high-level address from a visiting regional leader. Guyanese President Dr. Irfan Ali is set to address lawmakers as part of his 3-day state visit to Belize, which got underway on Sunday. While here, President Ali and Belizean officials are expected to deepen bilateral ties with the signing of 3 memorandums of understanding focused on education, tourism, and defense. The visit underscores growing cooperation between Belize and Guyana as both countries look to strengthen partnerships across key development sectors. News 5's Paul Lopez is on the ground in Belmopan and joins us now with the latest from the National Assembly.
We're currently in front of the National Assembly building in Belmopan, awaiting the arrival of the Guyanese President, Dr. Irfan Ali. He's expected to participate in a joint sitting of the House of Representatives, and it is also expected that throughout the course of today, he will be participating in the signing of 3 MOUs between the government of Belize and the government of Guyana. Those MOUs will touch on areas of education, defense, and tourism. It's expected that immediately following the joint sitting, they will move over to the Sir Edney Kane Building's parking lot, where they will participate in a luncheon. And so here now we have the arrival of the Guyanese President, Dr. Irfan Ali, alongside Prime Minister John Briceño, as they make their way into the National Assembly building. President Dr. Irfan Ali and Prime Minister John Briceño arrived at the National Assembly building moments ago, officially kicking off this morning's joint session, as well as this year's parliamentary session. As we mentioned, the President is expected to address the audience in attendance here at the National Assembly building. Currently, Prime Minister John Briceño is giving his address. This is also an opportunity for those in attendance to get a first look at what the inside of this refurbished National Assembly building looks like. Reporting from Belmopan for News 5, I am Paul Lopez.
A sweeping proposal that could reshape Belize's telecommunications landscape is now gaining political backing. But what it means for everyday users, public finances, and long-term competition remains an open question. Over the weekend, the Northern Caucus of the People's United Party threw its unanimous support behind a proposed merger between Belize Telemedia Limited and SpeedNet Communications Limited. Following a closed-door briefing by company executives and financial experts, supporters argue the consolidation promises stronger infrastructure, better services, and major financial gains, including sharply higher revenues and dividends. Yet as Belize considers placing more of its digital future under a single corporate umbrella, the announcement raises critical issues worth examining closely. Will reduced competition truly lead to better and more affordable service for consumers? How will increased profitability balance against regulatory oversight and public accountability? And what safeguards are in place to ensure that national development goals, not just corporate efficiencies, remain at the center of this transformation? As internet access becomes as essential as roads or electricity, the stakes surrounding this merger extend far beyond balance sheets. The coming debate will test how Belize defines progress in a rapidly digitizing economy and who ultimately benefits from it. We're following a developing situation on the Philip Golson Highway this morning, where emergency responders are on the scene of a serious and possibly fatal traffic accident. Preliminary information reaching our newsroom indicates that just after 10:40 a.m., a motorcycle and a towhead truck collided with significant force near mile 11. The motorcyclist reportedly sustained severe head and body injuries, and while witnesses at the scene claim the rider may have died, authorities have not yet officially confirmed that information. Police and emergency personnel are still working at the location, and traffic in the area may be affected as the investigation continues. At this point, the identities of those involved have not been released. This is a developing story, and we'll continue to bring you confirmed details as they become available. Meanwhile, police are expected to lay charges today following a deadly traffic incident that has claimed the life of a serving police officer in southern Belize. 30-year-old Guatemalan national Juan Carlos Estrada Prado is expected to be charged in connection with the death of 48-year-old Special Constable Marcos Acal, who was killed Friday night along the Thomas Vincent Ramos Highway. Police say Constable Acal was riding his motorcycle when he was struck by a cattle truck shortly after 7:30. The officer was found badly injured on the side of the road and rushed to the Southern Regional Hospital, where sadly he was pronounced dead on arrival. The driver of the truck and 2 passengers were detained as investigators worked through the night to piece together what happened. Special Constable Acal was stationed at the Independence Police Station, and his death is now being investigated as manslaughter by negligence. We'll have more on this developing investigation and the expected charges coming up in this evening's newscast. For the first time ever, the sound of a marching band is about to echo through the grounds of St. Martin's de Porres Primary School. The campus is officially getting its own beat, thanks to a generous donation from the Fort George Hotel and Spa, which is gifting the school a full set of marching drums to launch its very own marching band. The donation comes as the hotel marks its 2nd anniversary and signals a deeper investment in nurturing local youth, culture, and talent. Students led a lively ceremony at the school this morning, turning what could have been a simple handover into a celebration that teachers, parents, and the wider community have been eagerly anticipating. It's a milestone moment, one that promises discipline, creativity, and school pride for years to come. We caught up with Principal Roxana Encalada and Fort George General Manager Edison Trapp, who shared just how excited the students are to put those drums to use and what this new band could mean for the school's future.
The love for the drums that our students have gave us that courage to reach out to the Fort George Hotel and Spa and ask them if they can kindly donate us some drums. They were very willing because we believe that the children are supposed to have something extra to do so that we can keep them here at school more active, more engaging in activities that they're going to be able to embrace.
So why drumming? What exactly, is there like a community here that particularly is interested in drumming?
Yes, we have a number of students that love the drum. So what we find out during break or during lunch break, they will just be knocking and knocking and knocking all around the school compound. So we said maybe, if we reach out to people and ask for some donations for drums, they're going to be excited to put that skill into practice. And that is the reason that we decided to choose drumming.
When it was first delivered, the excitement, I was pretty much impressed with what I saw, the drummers coming in, just doing a small tune. I was really impressed with that because the delivery was done last week. And so for them to quickly address that situation, it was really impressive for me. Notwithstanding, we are also looking to have a person to come in and teach the kids. So it was very encouraging for us.
That's a wrap for the news at noon, but don't worry, there's plenty more coming your way at 6 p.m. We'll dive deeper into these stories and more. In the meantime, visit greaterbelize.com and follow us on Facebook for real-time updates. And don't miss Open Your Eyes tomorrow morning for fresh takes on today's headlines. Thanks for tuning in, Belize. Stay informed, stay inspired, and have a fantastic afternoon.